you can fall asleep. Hello, Sam.
How you doing?
9 o'clock, 9 p.m.
These shows keep getting later. You need to do an early one.
Totally unplanned.
You need to start in the afternoon because I start drinking from 1 o'clock.
Well, tea doesn't count.
Yeah, as soon as it clocks on 12 o'clock, it's down the pub.
Oh, is it still like that?
No, not really.
Nah.
I wish.
So how's that?
Unfortunately, you have to pick kids up and that. You can't do that if you've been down the pub all day.
So, good evening, everybody. Unplanned, totally unplanned live stream. It all started in a way that I called up Sam, and Sam said, "Tomorrow, I don't know." And then there was this Figaro idea. Let us do it tonight. And yeah, okay, let's do it. It's better now than maybe tomorrow. Sam, how's life with the mains? It is Tuesday, a beautiful day.
I don't know. I haven't been concentrating on domains, to be honest. It's been we've had the Halloween half term, right? So the kids have been off for a week.
Absolutely.
A week. So I tend to shut off from the main world when the kids are off now. I used to be the other way round, whereas I wouldn't shut off, and I'd just be concentrating on domains even if it's half term. But now I realise the kids are growing; they grow up too quickly. I think to myself, no money in the world can pay for, the whole reason I went to work for myself is to see my kids grow up, and no money in the world can change that. So I spend as much time as possible as I can with them. So domains can wait, and I haven't really been concentrating on stuff. But yeah, obviously now back to this week, I'm still not concentrating on domains. I'm actually doing DIY around the house.
DIY, okay.
DIY.
So, there's so much stuff I need to finish at my home.
Yeah,
my wife says you are useless.
Yeah.
That's my case.
It's constant. I tell you what, we've done a lot. We've done a lot to the place that we got, but there's always stuff that you can do, right? And I spent loads of money on the garage, getting all the cars and automatic this and automatic that. But the thing is, because kids grow, people grow up. Rooms need to be bigger, and you need to do, like. I've done pretty much everything to this place, but women are just so irritating. They're like, I want this. I saw it on the internet, and and I'm like, yeah, but that's like someone that's got like 50 million pounds. Like I can't do that. To this house.
Well, like, that you just recently bought yourself a new ride. Black, beautiful, expensive.
Yeah,
I wasn't allowed. That's the argument. Look, okay.
Problem is, I wasn't really allowed that. Well, I wasn't allowed to get it. Well, I'm not allowed to get things because it's not my money. It's our money, as they say.
Okay.
When you're married.
I do know that.
Shared. So, I'm still getting offers on domains. I'm still buying domains, but as I said before, .uk. No inquiries coming in on .uk's.
I just saw something amazing. Let me show you the screen. Are you going to be able to see the screen? Yes. I posted our stuff going live with Wizard Chill evening. That's on Acorn, of course.
Okay.
And those who do not know, in the UK there is only one domain name forum. It is Acorn Domains, acorndomains.co.uk, and flip and look, baby.uk, 30
Oh.
pounds, 30. Oh, Blabby. Oh, okay. I thought baby.
I think that'd be a different story if it was baby.
Yes. Oh, I was so. And then, like, what is going on?
KVR.
KVR and flip. We all know that's our friend Colin. Well, KVR,
£60. That's bargain.
£60. That's crazy.
You couldn't even go out. You couldn't even go out for a night out in London for that. You'd probably get a couple of drinks.
These are all good letters, yes.
KVR, it's a co-UK. KVR is good. Like, if anyone wants to swap some three-letter co-UKs for three-letter.UKs, get in touch. I've probably got about 700 that I'd swap.
700 you will swap for what?
For co-UKs. I don't want the .UKs.
Oh, so you have 700 .UKs?
Or if anyone's got any good, just general co-UKs, I'll swap for three-letter.UKs. But I've got all sorts of letters. Some of them are really good. Some of them are not that good. But then again, I have sold quite a few of them. I think I started off with about 5,000 three-letter.UKs, and now I'm down to 700. No,
Wow.
Yeah, 700. Because the reason is I sold a lot on. I sold a lot to domainers in the end.
Okay, for wholesale prices, yes.
For wholesale prices, mainly because I bought a lot of them, and I expected them to sell quickly, and they didn't.
Yes.
And of course, renewal costs add up, so I've dwindled them down now. Three-letter domains are good, but they are long-term hold, and that is with three-letter.co.uk as well. They are long-term hold, so if you're not prepared to sit on them for 5 to 10 years, then I wouldn't bother investing in them, because you could buy one and you could sit on it for 20 years and you may never get a offer for it. You might get an offer for it. It might be £1,000 or £500, but you should not be selling them for £500 or £1,000. It's just not worth it. You should be selling them for 15,000, 20,000, or 7, 8,000, 9,000. That kind of range, depending on the letters, and depending and it all depends on how how desperate you are to sell it and how long you've been sitting on it for. Some people, I've got some really, really good ones, and I get £500 and £1,000 offers all day long, but I'm not going to sell them. Why would I sell it for that? I paid like £3,000 for £4,000, £5,000 for some of the free letters on their own. And then someone comes along and goes, I'll give you £500. I said, well, I don't think so. I mean, but there's still some nice names around. It's just the prices are getting a bit high now, especially from if you're trying to buy like me off end users. because that's how I acquired a lot of my names.
And
end users. Yeah, so I was buying from end users, but they weren't domainers, right?
yes.
So, you know, over the years, I bought quite a few. But I find the best the best names that are always going to sell are the one-word domains, the short, generic one-word domains. But then again, two-word domains still sell.
Are you saying that one-word domains you think are better than three-letter domain names?
Well, three-letter domains are good, but I think one-word domains are better because you're more likely. Because obviously the three letters are going to have to mean something to the company or whoever it is buying it. With a one-word domain, if it was like, I don't know, shine.co.uk or something like that, you've got thousands of companies that could trade and brand under Shine. So that's going to be worth a lot more than a three-letter domain. But it's whether you can afford to invest in a short one-word domain, because they're not cheap. If you can pick one up in auction, yeah, like you just got to look on the chap that runs Domain Law and look at his prices that he sells for, because he runs by domains. Can't remember I can't remember the address now. But he runs a site where he sells them, and he lists all the prices that he sells. Some of them I look at, and I think some of them are quite cheap and reasonable. But like you say, it all depends on, like if you've had a name for 22 years and someone comes in and gives you a 5K offer, you don't want to lose that lead. You want to negotiate and sell it, because someone that's got a big portfolio or a lot of names needs that money to return.
You need to move the names.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So we've all been there, and we've all been at the stage where we're like we're just going to keep refusing the offers. But if you've only had that one offer, you should be selling it.
So, what is your experience now with .com names? So you have what, around 10,000?
Yeah, I'm still buying .coms. I'm buying more .coms than UKs these days, but I'm not just fixated on .coms. I will play with other extensions. And as we all know, the meta keyword is very, very popular at the moment. There is hundreds of domains selling
absolutely
in Meta.
Ridiculous. And is anybody buying them?
People are buying them. Meta Wi-Fi got hand registered like a couple of weeks ago and sold for 20,000.
Oh my! Congratulations to the buyer.
.net. And then
this is even more crazy than apes.
Meta FB.net got bought by Facebook. Meta FB.net got bought by Facebook's lawyers. 30,000. It was hand registered. The Facebook lawyers are going crazy, and they're buying all these Meta fucking keywords, because obviously Facebook's rebranded to Meta, and now it's a Meta craze. All the domainers, it's something like 50,000 Meta domains being registered by domainers, or maybe more than that now. I think someone was saying. But I've never seen so many Meta domains sell, and it's not just Facebook.
Good time to be a Verizon shareholder.
Yeah, basically, yeah. I think there's still going to be a lot of craze for the meta keyword, because it's not just Facebook that's going to be operating in the meta world and the metaverse. There's a lot of companies out there that have been doing stuff with the meta, and
yes,
I don't know how Facebook is going to try and control, because they own meta.com and meta.org and whatever, but there's tons of other companies out there that are doing stuff. So now there's no way that they can, I don't know, say that people are infringing on their trademark, because, you know, they've only just decided to rebrand to Meta. But obviously, you know, domainers, they've gone out and they've gone crazy. They've gone meta, metaverse, meta.com. And I think people have just gone over the, you know, way over the top. So
no, that's absolutely mental.
But at the end of the day, do you know who's the people that's making the money? It's the registrars.
Exactly.
They're cashing in. I saw something. Where did I see? I saw Meta dot. Oh, I can't remember the name of it. .r, or, you know, all the new GTLD ones. They're going for big money as well. You know, so see if I can find the prices. Look, if I show you.
Okay. Yes.
I'm just going to check recent Meta ones that have sold. Meta.
Okay.
Even like the dropped ones are going for a lot of money. You know, like the expired ones.
And who owns Meta.com?
Facebook.
Facebook. How much did they pay for? Did they pay for it?
There's a funny story about that, but I don't know what it is. They acquired it in some special way. I don't know I don't know the reason, but someone tweeted about it today, and it was to do with some meta experiment or something they were doing, and Mark Zuckerberg's friend managed to acquire it for some reason. But they acquired if you look at meta.org, that's something to do with it. But they had it for a long time. They acquired it off someone. It's a 1991 reg. It's an old domain.
Of course.
They got the main one. But whether they're coming after all the CCTLDs is a different matter.
I'm thinking of XRs. My bet is on XR, extended reality. I've got two XRs. One is Moldovan, one is Peruvian. Well, totally third world countries, but still two XR, two letter domain names. I've got them. But
there's just
so
moment, it's just
so about .coms. I've been always curious. So you were absolutely cozy and felt really, really good sitting in your .co.uk LLL bubble, feeling good, upgrading the cars, having fun with your dog, walking around, and then you decided to go into .coms properly.
Yeah.
Big time. And what changed? And how is your experience? So when did you actually started moving like big time into .coms, starting buying thousands of domains?
So I still register quite a few .coms daily.
Okay.
But it was from last year. I mainly look at .coms, mainly because .com is a bigger market.
Absolutely.
And you've got more buyers. Problem with the UK market, you've got a lot of clueless people out there. A lot of clueless, unfortunately, uneducated, and they haven't got a clue what they're talking about. The people that live in the UK, they don't understand.
What Sam is saying, they haven't got a clue on the value of a domain name.
Yeah, that's it, basically.
On a value we wish to see.
Yeah, unfortunately, I deal with so many people, and they're like, "I want to buy this like premium name. Can I buy it for £5?" And then you quote them a price, and then they're like, they're like crying, or either they're swearing at you or something like that. Well, you don't get that as much with a .com game, because generally they either want to buy it or they don't want to buy it, and they understand it more. Unfortunately, for a long time, the UK market it's very hard to get the right buyers. They're either domainers or you've got someone that actually knows what they're doing. The guys that know what they're doing are clever, and they'll be the ones that will be laughing, because, like what I always say, once that domain name's sold, it'll never probably come back on the market.
Absolutely.
And
once it is being
you
used,
can make
yes.
so much money out of a domain name, like with the traffic and with the companies don't realize that having that one word domain or that 3-letter domain, how much more revenue they're gonna make. And people are on triple hyphenated, and and the traffic that leaks off these hyphenated is ridiculous. And they think they can operate a business on a bloody hyphenated .net or .xyz or .biz. You're making your business look awful. I see it all the time in the UK. A van goes past and they got a Gmail address with a bloody awful extension on the side of the van, and I just like, oh God. But then again, they don't want to pay. A lot of these people don't want to pay big bucks.
But then you can see how much money they've invested in their fleet of the cars.
Oh yeah. So you see, like, I spoke to one guy, and he said he was after one of my 3 letters. He said he had a fleet of 80 vans, and I was like, and he was a property developer.
Yes.
But and this was going back. Oh, this is going back 2013, and I was willing to sell a 3-letter, a really good one, for 10k. Okay. And he was like, "Oh, that's so much money. I wouldn't be able to afford that. I'd be able to give you about 3,000 maybe." And I said, "No." I said, "I'm not going to sell it for that." And then, and now, obviously, we're in 2021. I wouldn't sell that name now for 50k. So you lost the chance to acquire it. Okay.
And he still wants it.
He wanted to do a joint venture with it, and I said, "No, I don't want to.
Why not?
I don't want to get involved in all that rubbish," because he wanted the domain for free and wanted me to do all the work, and I'm like, "No, I mean, you can do all the work, and I get the money." I don't do things that way round. You know what I mean? Like, it's my domain. I own it. If you want to lease it, you can lease it. If you want to buy it
what would be the lease price?
So I'm happy to lease names out for £100 a month until they've paid for it. That's a reasonable amount. Now, if a company can't afford £100 a month, they probably spend that on donuts, right?
Of course.
Like we used to, when I worked in one of the largest IT companies, we used to spend £50 every week on donuts, right? 50 quid.
You should get into donut business.
Yeah.
It is profitable.
This wasn't just for me, it was for the whole team of people. And you know, like, this is what I don't get it. And I'm like thinking, this is your biggest asset for your company, your domain name. People see that on the side of your van. On the side of your van, a 3-letter logo looks amazing. Honestly, when I see them, occasionally see a van and it's got a really good domain name with co.uk, and I'm like standing there going, that company, I'm going to go and have a look at it now. And I'm like, I'm going to have a look at it. And you see the website all done nicely. Yes. The vans are all kitted out. It looks amazing. Now, you know, that's how you do it. Once you bought that domain name, or you're leasing it or whatever, even if you're leasing it and you don't own it, you know, it looks so much better, and people trust it more. You know, the amount of times when I've emailed off some of my premium domains, the amount of the response I get compared to if I've tried it with a Gmail and they just ignore you because they think, oh, it's a crappy free email address. The guy's a, you know, he's a nobody. But you email off one of your better names, you always get the better response. And it's not, there's loads of benefits to having that premium domain. It's just getting the people in the UK to understand it more. They have been kicked up the backside since COVID, and people are understanding it more. But I think they still don't understand the concept between co.uk and .uk, because they buy the co.uk and the .uk is available. Now, why do they do that? Why didn't they hand register the .uk? Because obviously they haven't got a clue it even exists. Nominate have done such a great job of advertising .uk. You know, and this is another annoying thing. I just think it should have never been launched .uk. The Nominate are just a money grabbing. You know, they just,
it does create confusion.
Grabbing money.
And it does create confusion as well.
Because it creates confusion, and it doubles any domain, or not just domain, or any person, even people that I know that have got 50 domains and they run a business, right? They've said to me, I'm just dropping all the .uk's. And I said, why? They said, I don't want to pay double.
Of course.
I'm already paying 50.
Those are losses. Those are losses, yes.
And they said all my sites are developed on the on the
expenses.
.uk. What am I going to do with all these .uk? Do I have to put another site on there, or he said, or I said you could just redirect them, but they said, what's the point in that? And they said they redirected them, but they did it for the free year. But then,
well, from the other side, can you afford that your closest competitor grabs your .uk?
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, like that's what I always say. I say if
that is a proper thing. Yes, if you have got competition, can you afford that your competitor has got your .uk name?
Yeah, you know, you don't want to drop .uk's if you can help it. But obviously, the thing is if they're low quality domains, you shouldn't be renewing them.
So, Sam, how are your .com names? How are they doing? Yes.
Yeah, they're not bad. Like I get a lot of inquiries on the .coms, but I generally price a lot of them up. So I price them up at reasonable prices.
For example?
Around $3,000, $4,000. But a lot of them are bought like from auctions and stuff like that.
And what is the price range you are buying them? $9, $45, $69?
Only between $9 and $50. So, you know, I won't go silly. because obviously I'm buying at scale, and then plus I don't just buy .coms, I buy other extensions as well. I buy .ios, but IOs are quite popular.
Okay.
Buy .cos, buy .nets, buy .orgs, buy. I have bought a few. What is it? XYZs. Can you believe?
No.
Because they're like actually popular with crypto companies now. Crypto companies are buying into XYZs.
God, we are having this problem with XYZs. There is a group of users, or one user, who is coming and buying hosting accounts with Bitcoin at Host Maria. At Host Maria, you can pay with Bitcoin. We don't do KYC. I don't see the need to ask people to do KYC. Absolutely, I'm all for anonymity, as long as yes, as I'm not pushed into it. And then, but XYZ or Z owners, they get so many complaints of their websites doing nasty things.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's so many extensions out there now, and
then some extensions are really famous for being involved in those spam emails. And what I see with XYZs now, I don't actually. Whenever I see new hosting order coming in, and where the primary domain is XYZ, I'm already like, well, we take them, but
I personally wouldn't run off at XYZ. It's just I've seen, crypto companies just seem to be interested in them. So, it's worth a gamble on some of the names, but like what I always say is, I think .com is .com is king, as we all know, and it's going to always be. If you've got the right names, you're always going to get more sales in .com than you are in any other extensions. Unfortunately, with .co.uk extensions, is we were such a small country, such a small population, that you're never going to get as many leads as you are with them. Obviously, if you've got the high quality names that I've got, you still get leads, but they're generally not up to your price range. My price range is high, and people don't like to pay high. The thing is what I've worked out is developing on the name. It's going to bring it more traffic, and developing on the name is going to bring it to a higher sales rate. So rather it just being a park domain with a lander on it, then it turns into a site that you can sell because it's got X amount of traffic and it's actually doing something. But what I'm trying to do some of my names is develop them and potentially not even sell them. Just turn them into something, into affiliate sites. There's some I'm trying to work on, but I'm just doing little things at a time, and then learning from those little steps. And then obviously if it takes off, I'll just work on the particular sites that work. But a lot of them do get traffic because they're good names. And I feel that these good names should be developed rather than just sat there. I might develop service.co.uk because that's probably one of my best names.
You've got both service and services.
No, I've just got service.
Service.
Yeah, I don't have services now. But I think.
And what do you plan to develop into?
a service site, isn't it? So it'd be like where you could hire people like plumber, cleaner, that kind of thing. I think that's what ideally it would be good for. I know there's a company that's called serviceco.co.uk, and that's actually a where you can
what they are called serviceco.uk.
Yeah.
And they do that. They haven't got service.co.uk.
No, can't afford it. Do you know what I get? I get a lot of emails.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I get a lot of emails to the service one. A lot of traffic as well.
Service. No, there is nothing. Serviceco.uk. There is nothing on them.
What are they?
This site can be reached. Serviceco.uk can be reached.
I'll find out what it is. Service. I got it. Serviceco.co.uk. Leading service and maintenance providers. They're a big company.
Okay. So twice. I thought they were serviceco.uk, but they are service.
They're for all like service.
Yes, I can see that. Yeah, yes. Oh my God.
They're massive.
Okay.
So I get probably all the traffic to that. It's like massive. It's like where you join up. So if your car breaks down, you got tyre management, pay-as-you-go management, fixed maintenance for your car. All sorts of rubbish. But
yes, they've got 24/7 breakdown cover. Yes. Very, very, very good. And company registration number is okay. And have you contacted them?
No.
Have they contacted you?
No. There's another website as well. I've noticed.
Their website. Okay, ukservice.com.
And that's washing machine repairs. Oh dear. Do you know what? I had someone emailing me from service, and they said, "Where can I get my COVID-19 passport?" I had about 7 emails. Some guy said he come back from Turkey. Where can I get my passport? I said, "I'm nothing to do with it."
Yes.
Stop emailing me. I don't know if I'm listed on some website. Yeah, it's weird. Maybe they're on the government website, isn't it? Who knows?
Well, but about the serviceco.co.uk, their web is quite behind. On their contact us page, let me show you. This is a clear sign of a CEO running business. So, can you see it?
Yes, sir.
Sam? So we can see that the map is loading like this. It means the APIs are not done. They basically have they haven't got a clue how to embed a Google map properly.
Oh dear.
And that is a big sign of their web things, how the web things are being done. It means they haven't got a clue what is going on, and probably they haven't got a clue about the domain names neither.
Yeah. Well, you generally can see by their website they haven't got a clue about if they haven't got a clue about the website, they haven't got a clue about domain names. And generally, you speak to someone, they say, "Oh yeah, the SEO guy says that you don't need a domain name. We'll just spend about 10 grand a month, and we'll use PPC, and then we'll spam it, and then we'll use a hyphenated domain.
I have found that accountants are actually quite knowledgeable about domain names, and they
Yeah, they
suggest
are.
yes,
Lawyers are
they are good advisors.
very
Yes,
knowledgeable. Lawyers
yes.
are really clued up on domains. The US lawyers are really clued up. Like they'll go after domains and they'll have a budget set by the client, and they'll go and buy them, and they'll just go and buy a load of domains. Now, mainly all the big corporate companies just send the lawyers after the domains. But I don't know. I think once the British companies do understand it, the domains will be all gone, and that'll be the end of it. I'll be sold out by then.
Oh, nice dream. Nice dream.
Yeah, we wish. That's a wish, isn't it?
Have you ever thought about three-letter.coms?
Yeah, they're too much to invest into.
Why?
They're not cheap. They're about
You start with one.
18 grand. They're 18
Yes,
grand for a
yes,
free
but you
letter.
start with one,
Yeah.
with two. Isn't it better to have a one three-letter.com than 1,000 rubbish.coms?
Yeah, I suppose. Like if you've got a really good freeletter.com, yeah, like I've
And
known
it
people to invest in a freeletter.com, right? So they spent like, I don't know, 30K on a freeletter.com,
okay,
and then they
yes,
flipped it in about 3 or 4 years and sold it for
yeah,
about 150, 200 grand.
you see,
So yeah, that's the way to do it. But yeah, if you want to do it that way, if you want to spend that money, but obviously 18 grand will get me a lot more other domains. See what I mean?
and in regards to renewals,
Oh yeah, and it will get me a lot of renewals as well.
here you go, and it will be equal to 2,000.coms.
Yeah, so like
Two-
if you've got
Exactly, 2,000.coms will be exactly. You will spend more on
yeah,
renewals
yeah. So
than
if
acquiring
you
that
find
one three-letter.com.
if there's a good freeletter.com, I'd probably invest into. But a lot of the ones that I've been approached with are not that good. I would want something like ASL or API or something like that, something powerful like that. Something like what I've got in the Co UK. That's why I like the free letter ones, because I've got some really good ones. But they're getting hard to get. Well, they're really hard to get free letters in any extension really now. You can't just pick them up. You can't just hand register a free letter. Every single free letter domain, it doesn't matter what it is, it'll be registered. If I dropped a really crap freeletter.uk, someone would scrape it and they'd go, "Oh my god, I've just caught it."
Yes.
Yeah, because they'll just sit on it. They'll sit on it forever. They'll sit on it for 20 years. It's all the hype of owning it, you know. But nowadays, I prefer to own really high quality names, because when you've been sitting on all these names, it's not about sitting on them anymore. It's about bloody, you need to sell them. So, and every market's different. Sometimes the UK market's good. Sometimes the UK market's crap. Sometimes the .com market's crap. Then the .com market's good. And then sometimes you might get loads of sales, and then other times you might get no sales. You've got to remember, at the moment, I think a lot of companies are easing back and they're not spending. They're waiting for the new year. I noticed it's definitely slower compared to last year. Last year,
Really?
when the pandemic hit and everything else, it was a lot busier. This period now is a lot slower than it was compared to last year. This is compared to last year.
But then there were bounce back loans.
Yeah, whether companies were using that or whether companies were, rebranding or whatever. I know there's a craze for meta names and metaverse, but that's mainly because domainers are going crazy and buying each other's names. And I did pick up a few decent meta names.
Really? You do?
MetaUK.co.uk.
Okay.
I got meta.uk.com. Have you ever heard of the .com, the UK.com extension?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
That extension, for some reason, is 3 times as expensive, at least,
Yeah.
than .co.uk, than .ltd.uk, and all the others. That was the expensive one.
£38. Yeah.
38 pounds, yes.
Yeah, it's a lot of money. Yeah. But it's a single word keyword for the meta, so I took a gamble and managed to get that meta.uk.com. And I picked up, oh God, I was just picking up all sorts of metaverse ones. Oh yeah, I picked up askmetaverse.com. I was just picking up all sorts because you just don't know what's going to sell. These names are just, who would know? Would have thought MetaWiFi.net would have sold, for 20k.
That's cuckoo.
Like,
that's absolutely 100%
guy
cuckoo.
said he registered it for like $2 or something because he got it on a cheap promo. That's like that's like ridiculous profit,
And
But
he woke up in the morning and thought, oh God, why did I waste my $2?
that was the first offer he got. It was a 20k offer, and they said, "Do you want a 20k?" And he goes, "Yeah." He could have got more.
No, he didn't. No.
I think he just accepted it because he thought
smart.
He thought these are time wasters, and then they paid. But there's been some really big sales. Meta.so.
Okay, so Somalia, yes.
Yeah, 185,000, I think it was. I think that went to Facebook.
Okay. SO is really interesting, really interesting extension, Somalian one.
Yeah,
it is all about that circle.so.
A lot of well, pretty much ever since all these sales, every single extension possible to man is being registered in Meta. You will not be able to find anything that's decent in Meta. If you want to find anything decent in Metaverse, it's all gone. So it's just gone crazy. But Metaverse is a long way away. It's not around the corner. Like people go, oh yeah, Metaverse. So we're all going to stick a headset on. We ain't going to go outside and be normal.
Yes.
We're all going to be in our virtual world. No, I just don't. To me, I don't agree with it all. I think it's crazy. I think Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook, they're just trying to make you all be like zombies. We're all the people that are on Facebook and posting all their updates. They're zombies anyway, and they're sheep. And then you've got Twitter, then you've got bloody Instagram. They're the same people, the Instagrammers.
Yeah.
So you're just basically doing what Mark wants, and then now you're going to go in the metaverse and be a zombie as well. So you're not going to actually be a human. I've played around those headsets, and it does my eyes in. I couldn't sit on a headset all day in the metaverse. Maybe
just growing, becoming bigger.
But yes, then maybe that is the future. We'll all be
Yes.
We won't ever go out. There won't be any shops. We'll we'll order takeaway from the metaverse.
Everybody will be pumped up in our
Yeah, that's
digital
it.
worlds and
Like
afraid to meet each other.
we won't get out, and we won't even go outside. Because in the
No.
metaverse you can go outside just in your bedroom. But it's the biggest craze at the moment in the domain extension. Everyone's going for it, and I got a load, but I'm not expecting any to sell soon. But I just wanted to do what everyone else is doing and register loads. I got Meta gloves, Meta glove.
Metagloves.com.
No, co.uk, because everyone's registered the .coms. What else? I got loads. Oh yeah, I got some good ones actually in the .co.uk. Meta apps, Meta app.
Okay.
So who knows? But yeah, just play around with it. Yeah, I mean, a Meta company will come along, give me 50k for them each. You never know. But yeah, like I tell you what, the big sales that have been happening though are not on the .coms or the IOs, have been on the .nets and .orgs. So these people have been buying Meta names in .net and .org. Crazy, eh?
Absolutely crazy.
Why would you buy the .net and .org? Why don't they just buy the .coms? But that's what someone told me. They said they sold a load of Meta names and they didn't want the .com or the .io. They wanted the .net. Madness, isn't it?
Somebody is giving somebody a wrong advice.
Yeah, well,
it could be the case, Sam. It could be the case
I don't know, but
of a bit unexperienced advisor with his own thoughts and
yeah,
understanding of this domain world.
I don't know. I think it's short lived though. There's only so many Meta domains that can sell.
How is your clubhouse doing?
I haven't really been on there. Well, I don't really do any events on there. Obviously, Krista used to run a lot of shows. I'm not too sure what she's doing. We used to run rooms on there regularly, but I just haven't got time for it anymore. It takes up too much time. I do go on there if I've got a spare minute just to join in on the chat, but I don't host rooms anymore because do you remember when we were doing it?
Yes.
At the
It was fun in the beginning.
It was fun, and then you're like, hold on a minute, I've been on here 4 hours and I haven't done anything, and then I'm like getting moaned at. Are you actually going to do anywhere? I'm chasing an email, and then by the week ended, I hadn't done anything, and all I'd done is just been chatting on Clubhouse, and I'm like, this is not good. So I did it for a while, and just decided we have got a good club on there. We've got like 2,300 members.
Yes.
We accumulated, so we've got
It is a really, really good club.
We've got a good audience. So we've got 2,300 domainers or domain investors, or not just domain investors, but all sorts of people. And it is good, but Krista couldn't do it because she's busier now. She's I think she's working for someone, but I'm not too sure who.
Okay.
And I can't do it because I just haven't got enough time. And the scheduled events, I think she's done a couple with people like Braden Pollock, which is obviously a big main investor in the US. Most people would have heard of him. We just don't. She sets. Normally, I talk to her, but we don't talk as much. We used to talk on a daily basis. It's like, oh, what should we do Clubhouse today?
Yes.
But it's changed now, isn't it? Because everything's pretty much back to normal, isn't it? When we were all locked down, it was different. Clubhouse was like, I couldn't go to the local shops or go places before, and now I can do whatever I want. Now, I think Clubhouse has lost its,
momentum.
Yeah, I go on there and there's the same people chatting the same subjects, and I'm like, I go in there, and sometimes it's interesting to see what's going on, but most of the time it's the same subjects, the same story, and there's only so much you can talk about that you've sold a domain, and what domains you're buying. Doing it every single hour of the day is not, good for your mind. I like to shut down sometimes because most domainers don't, but I've done it for so long. Sometimes I think I don't give a monkey about it, the domain. If I get an inquiry, I don't care. I leave it. If someone wants it, they'll come up. They'll email me again. So, like I say, I'm always buying domains if there's any cheap ones out there.
Also, Sam. So we've been for 56, 57 minutes already.
Wow.
We can.
Yeah.
What can we say to everybody? Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. If you're actually there.
Awesome. Yeah, there are people. There are live watchers from 6 to 10 people all the time. It goes up and down. Okay. No comments though. That's fine. We definitely know that Bill is not here.
Yeah. Yeah, you need to. What I need to do is probably get, like Krista on or something one day.
If she wants to. I'm not gonna chase people like crazy. There are few people I'm chasing, but in the end of the day, I'm busy with my things as well. And for me, these live streams are a very good reminder just to keep an eye on my domains.
Yeah, definitely. There's some bargains to be had, and I think if you go on the auction sites, you can get some bargains.
If somebody wants a proper bargain, I've started first conversations on selling my Portuguese two-letter domain name portfolio. I have 33 two-letter Portuguese domain names, all visible at hostmarie.com, and the whole lot goes for 550 euros per piece. So you can use the calculator, multiply 550 euros by 33, and that is a huge lot of two-letter Portuguese domain names, PT. And good luck finding that price for these countries on drop catching platforms, /auction platforms. You will never ever get a two-letter domain name at what was domain order, something like that. Never ever. Not anymore. Those times are long gone.
How did you get them?
I caught them. I caught a dropped portfolio. But I have a plan to move that money into different area.
Oh, okay.
I'm planning to move into more and more. I see that we are having more orders in cryptocurrency from cryptocurrency world, and I want to say that Host Maria is crypto friendly hosting, and I want to explore more masternode hosting. And yeah, I'll do some experiments. For that, we need some cash. Why not? And if it doesn't sell, but that's a good price, yeah, Sam.
Yeah, bargain.
It is a really good price. It is a really good price. That is a business for somebody. Yeah, probably a 10-year business to work on. Absolutely. 33 domain names. That is 5% of the whole two-letter Portuguese domain market. We'll see. We'll see. I've started conversations with one guy from Netherlands. What is cooking at your side? Do you want to advertise something?
Advertise.
Yes. Do you want to?
If anyone wants to buy any 3letter.uk's, let me know.
3letter.uk's. The price?
Well, it depends how many you want.
You've got 700 of them.
Yeah. So if you want a list of them, just send me an email, sam@cobra.co.uk, and then I'll send you a list.
You are not using your me at samcharles.com?
I've got that as well, but I just gave that one out.
Why?
I don't know. I've got so many email addresses.
Sam at Cobra is kind of better.
Or you can email me at service@service.co.uk.
Or sam@meta.com.
Yeah.
Somebody might get it.
CEO Mark Zuckerberg. Yeah, but it's nice to chat, and I'm going to probably have to shoot in a second because I need to fall asleep.
Right. Thank you, buddy. It was very nice seeing you, chatting with you. It is quite difficult to catch you.
Oh yeah,
so
I'm very busy.
Very busy.
Yeah, very busy. Well, I've just been doing lots of things, rushing around as usual. You know, never get any time. Well, you know what it's like. But by the time you get time to do anything, it's the day's over, isn't it? Where does 7 hours go?
So, dear domainers, if you are interested in .uk domain names, give us some price lines, please. So there are around 700 3-letter, so LLL.uk domain names in a price range of
looking at £50.
£50 per domain name.
Yeah.
Here you go, £50 per domain name.
And you wouldn't be able to get that.
And you can contact us with sam@cobra.co.uk. And from my side, if somebody is looking into LL, so 2-letter domain name space, I have a portfolio of 33 Portuguese, that's PT, Peter Tango. And the asking price when a person is buying the whole lot is €550. That's it. I will put the announcements on the main boards as well. And who gets it, they get it. It is very simple. And time to move on. I still have some other very nice portfolios. An interesting thing that potential buyer did ask me about BE names, Belgium names. He said, and what about the Belgium names? I said, well, I could do them as well for 2,500 per piece. But then a person would have to take all of them again. No. 500 is good. Hey, buddy, I was buying them maybe 5 years ago, 1,000 euro a piece or something. Why do you think I'll be selling now them for 500? No. Money wise, I'm fine. No, that's and that is an and he's a smart young domainer. He's a cool guy. Okay, awesome domainers, awesome people, and get lucky. Get your great domain name and get your great sales. Thank you, Sam.
No worries.